number 35, Kevin Durant. And from Davidson, number 30, Stephen Curry.
It's the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Chris Middleton. Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Carter Williams in at the shooting guard.
You know, it's hard not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive.
Monroe, no good. Outside Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's a 5-point game. Getting back to Durant's playmaking, it's something we've seen Jordan do. It's something we've seen Kobe, master. It helps those guys win championships.
Yeah, scoring yourself is great, but when you're trying to win rings, you have to trust and believe in others. And at this point in Kevin's career, he's all about that ring. And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Over to the left wing. Here's Curry with the three, and another three for Golden State.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out. Again, Monroe missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Thompson from long range. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Here's Durant, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Bucks trail by 8. They get a hand on it. It's Iguodala with the drive, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
The Warriors making a switch here. Pachulia is checked in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And the shot is good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Henson bounces high off the rim and drops. And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish Clark to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
And Henson with the bucket on the assist from Carter Williams. Henson's got his second basket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throw down.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. Henson, a screen on Curry. Carter Williams with the bucket. Carter Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Henson, a screen on Durant. Henson sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Back to Carter Williams. There's a screen. Passes to Teletovic. 6 to shoot. Dellavedova from outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Dellavedova's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 12 points in the game. And here is Carter Williams. Here's the floater. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Warriors ahead, up 10. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
It comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best. And,
year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. West is out there with Pachulia, and it's Livingston in at the one spot. Carter Williams, and against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Carter Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bucks.
And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Bucks trail by 10. Timeout called the Bucks.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Second shot opportunity. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. First free throw is good.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Middleton kicks to Parker. And that one's good. Parker's got 6 points. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here is Livingston. Carter Williams covering. Thompson outside. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. Bucks trail by 14. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Monroe dishes to Parker. Good. Parker's got 8 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. Milwaukee also making some changes. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Carter Williams. Looney with the bucket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Got a piece of it. Curry with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. 14 points for him.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
The Warriors making a switch here. Pachulia's checked in. Thompson with the bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, and the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Kerr. Dellavedova, the pass to Teletovic. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Kerr. Looking to end the run, and Durant sends it back. And Henson kicks to Teletovic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Outside, Green. The three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Middleton kicks to Dellavedova. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 5 now.
I love the low post attack on that one.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Yes, I'm here with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they got to defend the three-point line much better.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half. Defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Jabari Parker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams. Then there's Monroe. And it's Dellavedova in at the point guard position. Here's Carter-Williams. The teardrop falls in. Carter-Williams has got 8 points.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. The shot is off.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Carter-Williams dishes to Parker. Great D that time from Durant.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18th is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He told the team he wanted to run their offense through Parker. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And that one's good.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
Shot from 12. And too long on the shot.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Middleton outside. There's the triple. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And it's 8 points for Chris Middleton. Timeout called the Warriors.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Thompson. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Plumlee's checked in. Durant attacking. Good D by Parker.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Durant, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Dellavedova kicks to Plumlee. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Dellavedova. 9 points in the game so far. Outside for Carter Williams. And the Bucks miss again.
And guys, as remarkable as Steph Curry's offensive game is, I think what's underrated is how he competes on the defensive end of the floor. I mean, not the strongest nor most explosive player, but he continues with activity and plays with tremendous effort.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Henson's checked in for Plumlee.
John Henson.
Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Durant with the steal. On its way from Curry for 2, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First one falls for him. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The 3 ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Curry outside. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Here's Dellavedova. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Elbow shot. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Curry outside. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Dellavedova. Lets it go from the wing. No good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here is Livingston. They've got Livingston. Looney out there with Iguodala. Then it's Dawkins, and it's Barron in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Over in the corner, Livingston. Iguodala outside. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Iguodala's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. Now here's Ennis. Defense right on him. And he banks in the layup.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Pass to Looney. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season. And as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
Here's Plumlee. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Looney, guarded by Vasquez. Shoots from the right block. Looney with the bucket.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Kicks to Ennis. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. The feed to Plumlee. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Inside, here's the Mayor. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Vasquez. And he converts the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here is Livingston. Feeds it to Barron. Here is Livingston. Here's Looney. Oh, that's blocked. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Vasquez kicks to Plumlee, and he gets it to go. Plumlee's got 6 in the quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
The Mayor, the shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 3 assists now in this one. It's Iguodala with the drive. No good with the layup.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
On the wing, Iguodala buries the long-range jumper. Iguodala's got 20 points. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Here's Plumlee. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Iguodala draws the double. Deflects the pass. And there's the pass to Looney. He feeds it to Barron. 6 to shoot. On the wing, it's Iguodala.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
Clark, they simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kevin Durant. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
David West, he's checked in for the Warriors. Kim English comes in for Dawkins. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Henson's checked in for the Mayor. Warriors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. To the paint, here's West, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And for Tyler Ennis, a first-round draft pick last season, never got to see quality minutes. Averaged only about 12.5 minutes per game. I think a lot of promise. I think people feel that he's got a very high ceiling.
Yeah, you know, a lot of scouts felt he needed another year of college. So in some respects, you could say last year was that for him. It's still an adjustment period. And let's face it, you could say that about a lot of guys who come out as freshmen, but Ennis in particular.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for West. Durant comes in for Looney. Curry's checked in for Kim English. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. The Mayor is checked in for Milwaukee.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Here's Ennis. Softly drops in the floater.
You know, on the topic of Tyler Ennis, he had neither the strength nor the jump shot to make a difference last year. He also turned the ball over way too much. I mean, that's a bad combination for your point guard. It'll be interesting to see if he can regroup and have a better second season.
Now the dish to Henson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Ennis with the ball. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire